Afternoon, and welcome to another edition of Divine Love Talk, where we talk about all things life, love, and spirit. It's a little late in the afternoon, but I still wanted to come on, see who is here, get in a general message, maybe a mini or two, maybe. We'll see how this goes. If this is your first time here, hello. My name is Etta, Mystic Healer, intuitive and spiritual life coach. Be careful in these spiritual streets. There's a lot of fake Ettas rolling around. I will never reach out to you first. I won't pop up in your inbox with a long message about what I see for you, because who got time for that? Not I, said the cat. If this is your first time here, let us know where you're from and, of course, how you're doing on this fantastic Friday. The weather is getting weird here in New York, where the mornings are really cold, but then the afternoon is really warm. But it's still a beautiful sunny day, and we're experiencing a record dry season. I can't tell you when's the last time it rained, but it hasn't rained in a good while here, at least where I'm at. We've got all the cards warmed up, and we're going to get into the general message shortly. But before we start, we got to say hello, right? To everybody who is here, please. Spirit of love, hello. What did the Sade song? Soldier of Love, kind of like her video just passed in front of my mind. It's hot as Hades in here. Hi, Luca. Would you like some ice water? But then again, you're more south. I would prefer the warmth. Hi, Margie. Julio, thank you. Honeybee, hello. Hi, Reagan. Hi, Rose. Hi, Will. All right, let's just get straight to it. We're going to do the We're going to do the general reading and then see if we have time to do mini readings for people who subscribe to the live. I see a couple of yes or no questions. If you would like a personal reading, you can sign up for a one using the link in my where. Wait a minute. One of y'all is as hot as Hades. The other one is as cold as Elsa. Blaze, what in the world is going on? Jordan Dance, my dog Haley just passed 2 weeks ago. I'm sorry for your loss. Oh, I wish I could find someone to connect. Send the intention out there, right? So align with a person who can connect with animals on that level. It won't take long for you to find them. Hi, Doodle. That being said, Holy Spirit, what message do you have for the collective on this Friday, which is Venus's day, love day, right? It's a good day to do love work. We will be doing the Twin Flame Union ceremony for you guys on behalf of everyone who signs up. If you want more information on that, the link is in the where. Oh, that is back in reverse. Oh my goodness. What else does the collective need to know on this day? One more. Ooh. We'll take the 2 more. And then we'll take, you know what? Let's keep it a little simple today. Is that sunny? I could have sworn through the corner of my eye the Empress arrived. Holy Spirit, what other message does the collective? Ooh. We're gonna... Ooh. They just said put this down here, because look who popped up. All right. And then lastly, from here, what are the messages for the collective? Thank you. I don't make up the rules, I just follow the instructions. The first card out is, higher power, bad health. This is not the week, especially for my spiritual practitioners, my folks who have a higher spiritual rank in the collective. This week, between right now and November 2nd, we'll even push it out to November 4th. This is not the time to slack up on your prayers, your cleansings, right? Your physical cleansings, the cleansing of the home, the cleansing of the children, the cleansing of your car, right? The propensity for spiritual attacks are going to be greatest on those who have a higher spiritual calling, which is probably why Michael came out, and he has yet to have come out in any of the readings this clearly. Whatever pops up in your life to get you out of your routine of tending to your spiritual health, right? However that shows up for you, try to do something rather than just let yourself succumb to the energy. It feels like 2 weeks at least, everything is going to be thrown at you for you not to have faith, for you to kind of give up and throw in the towel. Please don't. There's going to be a lot of illusions and mirages and things sent your way to kind of make you think that you should not be doing what you've been doing, even though it's been successful for you. Let it go. If you can't do it 100%, make sure you show up in your spiritual practice in some shape, form, or fashion. It's going to be the hardest for folks who have a higher spiritual calling, and not just on you, but it affects the whole house, right? So your partner, your children, your pet, and every sentient being that resides in that house, right, is going to have some type of impact on, especially between Thursday of next week and not this Monday, but the following Monday. Next we have Between Worlds, and this is why it came out in reverse, and truth be told. There feels to be this energy of stagnancy, right? Energy of trying to prevent you from moving from the chapter that you're ending to the chapter that you're beginning. A lot of you had the craziest 2024 that was filled with lots of transformations and changes and moments when things just were eclipsed out of your life. Relationships suddenly fell apart. You suddenly lost this. You suddenly lost that. And all that was doing was making room, right, for the good things, the things that you do need on this next leg of your journey to have space to be in your life. This next 2 weeks or so, whatever you do, stay strong, have faith, have courage, because they're on your heels. And this is more so for the spiritually inclined individuals, those of you who have that higher rank, those of you who have some type of status, those of you who have been doing the work and take the work very seriously. Understand, this might even be for somebody in particular. I don't remember, and if any of the moderators can help me out with this one, it would be greatly appreciated. I don't know if it came out during one of these readings, the general readings on the live, or it came out during the posted reading, but we learned that a lot of the exes, right, or people who don't mean well in your life that you cut off, so this could be friends and family members, got readings on certain people in the collective. And usually, people do this all the time, and they get just, the general information. But whomever got a reading on you, if this message is resonating with you, they got the message in 4K visual Dolby surround sound of what your future is going to look like. And not your future, like the 5 years from now future. What will you be doing in 5 years? but know your immediate November, December, January, February, March future, right? And this is why they're coming at you so hard to prevent you from moving forward, to kind of bury you, for lack of a better term, because they know how good it's about to get for you. You have no idea. You're still catching your breath from the struggle 2024 has been. You have no idea what you're walking into when it comes to the very end of 24 and all of 25 and beyond. But other people have taken notice, and they're like, wait a minute, why does he get all of that? Why does she get all of that? Because you put in the work. It's part of your destiny. It's part of your divine timing. This is just what it is. This is what you signed up for in this incarnation. So it has no choice but to come, unless you let the weight of the work, the dark work, because y'all know during spooky season, everybody, regardless of what practice you practice, right? Everybody somewhere, somehow is doing baneful magic, right? Because it's the most potent time to do baneful magic, because the veil is so thin. Yet another reason why Michael is here protecting the collective. It's going to be a very, very challenging week. But through this challenge, a lot of you who have been walking this faith for a little while will actually get to see how strong you are, will actually get to see how powerful you are. They're saying some of you are dealing with people that have like exes or ex-friends in their circle, that as soon as they heard about you, as soon as you entered your person's life, they felt your energy and they felt nothing like it. So of course they went to this one and that one and tried to bippity boppity boo whatever you had on you to try to bring it on them. But it doesn't really work that way. You can't just walk up to somebody in the street and take their North Face. I mean, unless you're from Brooklyn and you got the muscatool, but in the spiritual world, you cannot do that at all. There are severe repercussions. What's the catchphrase? Destiny swap with somebody? But for a lot of you, it's not just one person or two people. Like, it's a lot of people. Michael only comes down and interferes when it's a war. Some of you have been at war, you don't even realize it, because you've been under grace, you've been under cover, you've been under protection, not just by the angels, but by your ancestors, your mother's prayers, your grandmother's prayers, right? Your friends' prayers, your soul tribe's prayers, right? Have kind of like formed this protective bubble around you. So all this nonsense is coming out and you're not getting much of it. At best, you might trip a little and you're like, oh, what was that? But you keep moving forward. It's just that this week, they're going to come with everything that they got. Don't let them put you in a box. Don't let them knock you off your square. And if you feel the weight of it getting too much, reach out to somebody for support, right? Reach out to another spiritual person. Reach out to the soul tribe. We're friendly over here, right? To help talk you through the process and help you find your mojo back so you could get back into this fight and move into this beautiful chapter that's coming for you. Next, we have Here and Now, TikTok, Divine Timing, and Journey. Look at that. You are, I'm hearing, arriving at your destination, right? And a lot of you have no baggage because you couldn't take that where you're going. Right? You're starting this new chapter. And for some of you, you've already got that new job. You've already got that new car. So you're going to meet that new person, but it's going to be a person that fulfills you, right? So not somebody that is only equipped to, at best, scratch an itch, but is also going to fulfill you on every single level, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, financially, right? As well as physically. Divine timing is at play, and blessings and miracles are being issued as part of the karma package, right? Before good old Saturn goes direct after making 2024 messy, 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 messy. So by mid-November, towards the end of, some of these guys just said by the holidays, you're really going to have stuff to celebrate. Round and round and distant horizons. I like how round and round came out in the reverse. Now, typically oracle cards don't get read in the reverse. We say this all the time. But this business of you repeating the same lesson, the same cycle, the same something, right? Meeting crappy people that treat you in a crappy way, it's over. It is about to be behind you. You just got to take this left leg and bring it on over, and before you know it, in that instant, the past is behind you, and you're stepping into this beautiful, beautiful future. What once seemed as almost unattainable and far, far away is going to happen upon you when you least expect it. Between November and the end of March, a lot of you are going to receive wish fulfillment on every single level if you let it. If you keep fighting for it, if you keep believing, trusting a higher power, right? Some people call it the universe, the creator, God, Allah, whatever it means for you, this is time to double down. Check your self-concept. Check the way you talk to yourself, and prepare to receive every single thing that you've been praying for, every single thing that you've been hoping for. You have to do nothing because you're protected, right? But just prepare to receive. The biggest thing we've kept hearing: rest, relax, and prepare to receive. This longing card, right? Missing you, let's talk reunion. This is piggybacking off of the message we got yesterday, or maybe the day before yesterday. So tribe, help me out. Whenever it came out, please be careful who you let back into your life at this time. Because again, a lot of people, it's like it was broadcasted somewhere that you're about to have XYZ, and they're like, either no, they're not. Somebody feels like it's just not your right, and they're going to do everything that they can to prevent you from having that wish fulfillment or arriving at the destination you want to go. Or they just want to jump on your coattails and reap the benefits of wherever you're going. They want to be your plus two and just enjoy and reap the benefits of all the hard work you put in. Be careful with those who want to sit at the table with you and they didn't help you prepare the food. Be careful of those who you would gladly give the shirt off your back without a thought, but they wouldn't do the same for you. If you let go of somebody, I don't know, this year, last year, 10 years ago, and they're like, hey, big head, I thought about you. And hear them out. Trust your intuition. Follow your instincts. But be very, very, very careful because you're still at war, right? Protection, prevented from harm, divine intervention. It feels like, and whomever this applies to, your person has third parties and karmics hanging around them because they're trying to get to you. Be careful. You might have to pull away from this person and leave them alone for a little while until they're ready to give up these friendships, right? That have these weird spiritual ties. There's so many, all this dark energy on this side. There's like a group of y'all that has someone in your circle. It could be a partner, it could be a friend, it could be a relative that just has a lot of other people around them that like to do the bippity boppity boo. But what's crazy is, the funny part is, nobody really knows what they're doing, and they're all making a mess with lots and lots of karma to be dealt out. And you don't want none of that. You don't want to be caught up with none of that. So that's another reason why you need to really, really stay focused on your spiritual practice to make sure when your guides are sending you messages, the angels are sending you messages, you're understanding the messages, You're understanding your dreams and you're knowing how to proceed forward. When you get to the other side, right? When you move from now into the future and your future becomes your now and you see how beautiful it is, you will thank this version of you who had the strength to fight the battle, who had the strength to let the past be in the past. The celebration is coming. Just, tighten up for this last leg of the journey before you start that new life that you've been calling in. That is your message. Hey, Mars. Crystal, I had just had to spiritually cleanse myself from my home. I'm going to go ahead and say it. All my Ifa practitioners, Isheshe, Santaria, those of you who work with the Orishas, those of you who work with the Loa, this week is the hardest week. It's always the hardest week of every year, right? This is where people bring out the cannons to take shots at you because that veil is so thin. But you know this already. Stay protected, stay prayed up, and err on the side of caution until we get it past this energy and we get into November and things start to come back and fall into place like the way they're supposed to. But don't, you guys especially, I can't speak for everybody else. But the practices that I mentioned just now, you guys, this is when you get battle tested and you ascend in the ranks when you pass and you reap those benefits. But you got to make sure you're doing what you need to be doing, tending to your altars, doing your baños, doing your bangs, doing everything that you need to do to make sure you and your entity, you and the person that has your head are walking shoulder to shoulder, side by side. That may have been for somebody in particular. And again, matter of fact, I'm going to open it up. If it gets that bad, reach out. Reach out. You're not alone. You're not alone. Especially if you found us, you're not alone. Hey, Miss Nicole, how are you? How are you? Been feeling sick all week, during the night and early morning. Not surprised. When's the last time you cleansed your home? When's the last time you cleansed yourself? If there's anybody on the live that can give us a proper education on Dettol spiritual baths, cleansing baths, I would like you to come to the front of the line, please. And thank you. Julio, Asheo. Karina, hey. That's from something. Oh, you would like a mini reading. All right, hold on. You didn't quite ask for it, but hold on. All right. Subscribers to the live, when we have time, get readings, mini readings on the live. And we typically can do anywhere between 2 to 5. I haven't even announced how many we can do yet. Let me go through the questions. Hey, Roy Boy. And comments. And then we'll see how much time we have left for minis. Honeybee. Pushing, pulling, same thing. Hi, Morty. Mars. Oh, loca. Blaze. Once someone steps out of my life, they gone. Unless I feel they have generally put work in. I agree. Leo, thank you for the flowers. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you for the likes. And thank you for the new follows. I appreciate it. Oh, and folks was getting knocked off. I'm sorry about that. Krista, receiving mode, sulking in my divine feminine. We got to get more into that. And I still have to get back to you about what we spoke about earlier in the week. And just like that, the week is over. Hi, Dee. I hope you get that rest. Look how you're too cute. Whimsical Pisces with the witchy kitty. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hi, Boogie Woogie Woogie. How are you? How do you even know he's a runner, Beauty by Medina? How do you know that he just isn't interested anymore? Like what he thought it was, it really isn't. So he's just like, I'm good. Miss Nicole, you're right on time as always. Me over here minding my business on the daily, then hearing this like every now and again. And Whimsical, I love that you know exactly who it is. Look how you caught the North Face comment. And don't worry, guys. Like when you come in right on time. You always come in right on time. And we're still uploading tons and tons of videos to the YouTube for you guys to catch up on those videos. Including the truncated one, Boogie. I think we were able to piece that whole 2-hour video together from September. That's what we've been working on. So that re-upload should be ready, hopefully, soon. Soon. I've been uploading since, what's today, Friday? Wednesday, and they're just taking forever. I'm sorry, but I appreciate your patience. D, go ahead. And somebody has Dettol in the bathroom for the longest time. Like, I'm going to look into it. Because, you know, me being me, I'll just try something without reading the instructions. And I took it like I would take like a regular Florida water bath, like a quickie, right? And the way my head just went, I was like, I need somebody to talk to about this. Because what? The dizziness that ensued. And this was my second one. The first one was like, okay, this feels good. Let's do it again. That second one, I don't know. But then again, it is that week, right? I may have pissed something off by using the Dettol, right? And sometimes you gotta mix things up, right? When doing your cleansings, you can't just use what's in the practice that you gotta mix things up, right? When doing your cleansings, you can't just use what's in the practice that you practice. It's good to kind of branch off and see what the other witches and warlocks of the world are doing, the other priests and priestesses of the world that's doing, because they might be doing something that's the exact answer to what you need to accomplish what you want to accomplish. And it's very strong. Dettol is very, very strong. My goodness. I'm going to do some research on that over the weekend and report back on Monday. Moving Man 313, get out. I'm just kidding. How are you? 313 is one of our favorite numbers, right? Because it's the B-day of some of our favorite people. Okay. The reading where the energy is coming like it is very masculine, right? It doesn't mean it's a man, right? It's talking about the energy. But there is like a group of masculines that have been like burying themselves in their work. They've been trying to distract themselves, and they're not talking to the person or spending much time with the person that is the object of their affection. Like they're purposely going out of their way to ignore the feminine. They're purposely just doing things. And when it feels like when you guys do speak, it's very short and cold and to the point. Like they're trying to trigger you. They're trying to piss you off for 2 reasons, really. In the reading, it came out that they're hoping that you'd be the one to be like, you know what? I'm tired of this. I'm out. And they'll be like, great, I don't have to deal with this anymore. But joke's on them because the feelings are not going anywhere. Because whoever this person is or people are, they've been dreaming about the feminine long before they even met them. So whether they're a magical person, spiritual person or not, they're going. You got 30 minutes to figure it out, bro, because whether or not the feminine decides to stay in the picture, these feelings aren't going nowhere. Your essence, your memory, the time you spent together, whether it's been a couple of months or a couple of years, aren't going nowhere. It's really, I want to say forcing. They're saying forcing. I'm going to say encouraging the masculine to step into his divine masculinity, right? This is not something that you could just stuff in the closet. He has to deal with it. And the purpose of that message is that the divine feminine doesn't get triggered and think that this is how they really feel. No, they're doing everything under the sun to mask how they truly feel. And when you are, or seeming like, right, you're unaffected by their nonsense, it will put them in the energy of like doing the work. It is not going to take them a long time because it's only, it's like going to the bathroom, right? You could put that off for as long as you think you might be able to put that off, but eventually you're going to have to go. I don't know why they chose to describe it like that, but that's, I guess, the clearest way. Like, you can try fighting it, or better yet, the toddler, right, that fights their sleep. And they're fighting and they're fussy and they're like they don't want to do it and they get a little angry and handsy. And before you know it, they're knocked out, right? Hair a mess, mouth open, knocked clearly out. There's only so much fighting that they can do. And this goes back to the person who says that their person is a runner. In this energy of karma being issued out, right? And us approaching the end of the year, we're also approaching an end of a cycle, right? Next year is going to be a 9-year where everything kind of wraps up and we begin a whole new cycle. So people are going to come across as cut and dry. Certain situations, there is no chaser or no, I mean, you could chase, but they're not running. They're literally walking away. People are no longer, as we all elevate, right? And stepping into the light, are no longer sticking around just because. We need to get better at articulating when we're done rather than just picking up and leaving, right? Some people aren't good at communicating when they're done. They just go and they don't have any plans on coming back. It's not because you're a bad person or there's something wrong with you. It's just like going to Walmart for a pair of Jordans. Like, they just don't have it. There's nothing wrong with Walmart. And there's nothing with the fact that you want Jordans instead of Shaq sneakers, right? Nothing wrong. We all have our preferences and such. But that's it in a nutshell. Walmart ain't got no Jordans. Exactly. Exactly. Back in the day, it used to be models that had like the weird Jordans. Right? Hey, Lux. How are you? They have Walmart brand Jordans. I cannot. That is hilarious. Hi, Leo. I like you too. I like you too. Hi, TK. How are you? All right. He's a runner. He's a track star. They said bathroom because see? Putting people's business out there again, as per usual. And going to D, thank you for coming through today. You're coming not only with good energy, but with good thoughts. I get woken up in the middle of the night because of this person thinking of me. In addition to because the veil is so thin, right? And the air is so ripe. And this is the last supermoon of 2024. 2020 more. 2024, right? The energy is so ripe for us to think of something and manifest it. But if you're thinking of somebody, they're going to feel it. And again, it has nothing to do with their spirituality. Usually, when someone's more spiritually in tune, they're able to align with your energy. But this type of year, it's a free for all. This is why a lot of us are encouraged to, as crazy as it looks, walk around with your head covered. It doesn't have to be an elaborate hair tie. It could be one of those beanies from Amazon, right? That looks super, super fashionable, and nobody knows that, you're wearing a hat all the time, not because your head is cold, because you want to protect your aura. You gotta protect your aura all the time, but most especially this week. So yeah, if you find it difficult to fall asleep, especially if it's that difficulty where you're not hungry, you're not achy, you don't have anything weird going on physically, your nose is not stuffy, the room is, your perfect ambient temperature, but you just feel like you're up and you feel like your body's like, we have something to do, and you have no clue what you're supposed to be doing. Probably it's one of two things. Somebody's thinking about you. Somebody's working on you, especially if you feel this between 2 and 4, right? They're definitely, doing some things. And even if they're doing, how would I say this to be TikTok safe? It doesn't have to be entirely magical things at that hour. It could be the self-pleasuring things at that hour. You will feel it most this time of year if somebody's doing that. Thinking of you. How to choose my words carefully. All right, we're going to up it up. We're going to open it up and let's see. Let's do 3 readings. Let's do 3 mini readings for subscribers to the live or the Patreon. Please and thank you. Well, we have a little bit of time. What time is it? Almost 4. Almost. What is... Oh, we have Nadia Lux. Moving Man 313, you're so sweet. Thank you. All right, we have Nadia Lux. I met a guy today, and for some reason, why did you give him your number, Embrace? Hi, by the way. You almost touched a cow? Why was it almost? That's a big fur baby. Alyssa's not here, right? From yesterday. She's not here. I didn't see her name. So we have Nadia Lux and Miss Nicole. There we go. Thank you, Blaze. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Where would I be without my moderators? Hi, Roy Boy. Again. I love it when you're here. Not only because you give good energy, but you also spoil me. And I love to be spoiled. Nadia, to the front of the line, please, and thank you. Did you have a specific question, or did you want a general message? Hi, Natasha. You could sign up for a reading using the link in my profile. Subscribers to the live are able to get readings, mini readings on the live when we can accommodate. So right now our reading list is full. Nadia, so is my relationship over? Energetically, intuitively, we both know yes. Over. possibility of a reconciliation. Maybe. Pick a pile, whichever pile speaks to you. You have the clear quartz, which is the first one, the lapis lazuli, which is the second, and the cowrie shell, which is the third. Doodle, have a good day. Picking the first pile. When it comes to the person Nadia is thinking of, what does she need to know? What does... All right. Put these here because that's how they came out. You have the Queen of Wands, which is fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sag energy, and the Ace of Cups. Now this with the, hi Malu, with the distant horizons, they want you looking past this relationship. There's no way to sugarcoat it. There's something about this relationship being beneath you. Your guys definitely envision somebody who's more than the person that you broke up with. More physically, emotionally, mentally, financially. That's between you and your guys, but they want you to be with somebody that you are equally yoked with or as close to that as possible, because that version of your person isn't it, right? Isn't it at all. And it feels like this relationship went on a little longer than it was supposed to because of you not wanting to let go. And part of it being in this Queen of Wands energy. The Queen of Wands is rumored to be, of the four queens, the most beautiful one, the most sultry one. So much so that she's sometimes, sometimes referred to as the other woman, right? The mistress. But sometimes the Queen of Wands and her beauty and, going about her day to day and things of that nature forgets who she is. And it's giving the energy, Nadia, that you don't even know who you are. And there are other areas in your life that you accept less than, right? And this partnership was good because it fulfilled some type of need and it looked good and people were kind of proud of you. But if you really, really, really look at the relationship from the beginning to the end, get through the healing process, get through the loss, right? Make sure you spend some time grieving the loss because it feels like you guys were together for a decent amount of time. But once you get over it, the best way to get through this relationship, right, and put it in the past is really take an objective look at the beginning straight through the end. Objective in that you look at it without basing what you're seeing on your emotions or having an emotional reaction to it. You will see that most of the time you weren't really happy. You were content, but you weren't truly on an emotional and soul level satisfied. They're pushing you. They pushed you. They had to push you on out of this relationship because, again, with this concern, it came out that you held on a little too tightly for a little too long, and you deserve so much better. Understand that better is coming once you get through your healing. Once you understand and do some self-concept work, right, to make sure you understand that you are deserving of everything that a queen is deserving of. That you're not just a regular person that needs to be treated any regular type of way. You deserve the best, and your guides, the universe, has no problem bringing you the best. 18 months. give or take. If you commit to doing the work and getting past this and truly release this relationship, 18 months, you're going to look back and be like, oh shit, I was really with that person? What was wrong with me? And there was nothing wrong with you. You just didn't realize who you were. That's all. But once you do, you're going to attract a partner that's really, truly able of being your partner. Don't pay attention to what your ex is doing and who they end up with, and don't dare compare yourself to whoever they end up with, because sometimes we get lost in the sauce of, social media, and like, I wonder what they're doing, and we go through the pages and we go down that rabbit hole of looking up this and who made that comment. Don't even waste your time. A queen doesn't interfere, bother herself with what the peasants are doing. Remember that. And there's going to come a time during your healing space, he's going to come back. He's saying all the right things. And they're saying, don't fall for it. If he didn't value you when they had you, they never will. That is your message. Let's see who else is here. I saw a couple of names pop up through the corner of my eye. Nadia, you're welcome. Hi, Maggie. How are you? Embrace coming through with the cheers. Hi, Bryant. And give yourself grace. Give yourself grace, right? Give yourself time to process the loss. Because sometimes, how they say, to get over somebody, you get under somebody else, right? I don't advise that, but I hear that's what the people them say. So, but really this time around, Nadia, take your time to really, truly heal. Lux, where art thou? Where art thou, Lux? Where art thou? Where'd you go? Did I? Embrace. Stop. Did I? What? Oh my. Oh my. I mean, classy, Nadia. That's what they say. I don't advise it, right? Because it's an energy thing, right? But that's what they say. And every time somebody says that, I kind of give them the side eye. You know how energetically damaging that is? Nobody's condoning or condemning anybody who does it, but the energetic ramifications, just like the energetic ramifications of threesomes and moresomes, those things are usually a lot more trouble than they're worth. Oh, I totally understand, Nadia. Totally understand. Well, hello, Antonio. Y'all see Antonio. Embrace, you see Antonio. Just saying. Where's Lux? Before we thoroughly get distracted here, where's Lux? Because then we're going to push up. I had to tease you, Embrace. You're the first name I saw after his, so I had to tease you. All right. Sorry, not sorry. So in about 20 years, it's only been 2 men. Energetically, that's perfect. I mean, I stand for it. I stand for it. All right, Lux. Lux, baby, did you have a question you needed answered, or are you feeling? Oh, wait. Oh, hold on. Hold that thought. Or a message. But hold that thought. Moonlight. Thank you, thank you, thank you. They said get out another deck. So why not this one, right? Why not this one? Isn't it? For my Nightmare Before Christmas fans. All right, this should be interesting. I think we use this deck maybe once or twice. Well, let's see. Oh, my shell, me too. Indeed, Antonio. All right. Lux, you said you want a message. Hi, Faith. All right, Luxy Boo. All right, babes. You have the lapis lazuli, or the clear quartz, or the cowrie shell. Which pile is your pile? Guys, please don't tell my business. We'll see. Okay. What does the lovely Lux, aka, need to know on this day? After Lux, we'll be doing Miss Nicole, and that is it for the personal mini readings. Anybody else who would like a reading, you know where that information is. Thank you. All right, so those came out face down, so 3 of them. Okay. You have Queen of Needles, giving me swords energy and judgment. Isn't this fine? The Queen is facing this way. So what's the vibes? Running, stagnant family. Oh. So kudos on doing the work, always, and staying faithful to yourself and what you've been called to do, right? With this judgment card, right? It sounds weird to say, but they're watching. Not watching if you make a mistake, not watching if you do well, and by they, your guides, your ancestors, but it's more so the energy of watching to see what you do next, what you accomplish next. With this running and stagnant and family coming out together, it feels like they're pushing you. They're not even pushing you. They're waiting for you to deal the healing work when it comes to home, those blood ties, right? Now, not just one person, but the many people that have the privilege of calling you family, right? By blood, which is not to say that you forgive people and let them back into your life all willy-nilly. Use these opportunities that are going to be coming up between now and your solar return and beyond. It feels more so like now in March, right? To kind of like, okay, this is this and that is that. This is how I feel, and this is what box I'm putting it in. How are you compartmentalizing these relationships that you have no space for anymore? But since they're family, no longer are you in the space because that's so and so, you have to talk to them. No longer are you in the space that because, that's your whatever title that they have, you're supposed to talk to them. No, you're supposed to do what makes you feel good. You're supposed to do what's best for you first and foremost, and not feel guilty about it, because if you're not good, anybody else who depends on you or who would like to depend on you won't be good either. This goes back to that business about being on an airplane and the stewardess is in the front telling us that, in case the oxygen mask drop down, put yours on first before you try to help anybody else. Put yours on first. And yes, people are going to say all types of crappy things they have no business saying, especially when it comes to someone as spiky but soft. Their words, not mine, as you, right? Keep in mind, a lot of these people who are your insert here, right? Whatever family name they have, uncle, brother, sister, aunt, cousin, fourth cousin, fifth cousin, whomever, right? A lot of these people who kind of have beef with you, or there's this energy of healing needed to take place. They feel entitled to your energy. This is a great opportunity to politely put people in their place, because nobody is entitled to your energy except the ones you choose to share it with, and access can be denied or revoked as you please. Do not forget who you are. Do not forget what power you have. You're not a child anymore. Do not allow anyone to treat you as such. That is your message. Hi, Vanessa. Hi, Jasenia. Can't help anyone if I can't help myself. You can't pour from an empty cup. You just can't. You can try, but all you got is air, and it's not soothing anybody's thirst. I like the cigarette in the Easter head. That is hilarious. What would it take for you to get the right materials? Let's talk about that. What would it take? Loca. TikTok, stop kicking off Loca. We need her. Vanessa, is it a leg day, an arm day, an everything day? Just asking. Well, there you go. Oh, ouch. I look down, Vanessa. It's a glute focus day. Oh. May the force be with you. Enjoy. Enjoy. That was yesterday, and I'm still not right. Yeah, same. I love that, Lux. I really, really love that. Oh, Vanessa, I do. All right, before we wrap up, where's Miss Nicole? It is 4:14. Okay. Eastern Standard Time. We'll pull these back out. Because he's talking more, he's cursing. Well, what you expect? You know? You take the good, you take the bad. Anytime, Lux. Any time. Miss Nicole, to the front of the line. And that's another reason why we can't ethically do a bunch of mini readings at any time, but most especially when the veil is at its thinnest, or there's weird cosmic happenings that mimic the energy of the veil being at its thinnest, because it's just, the energy is too much, and then you guys start to pick it up, and that's just too much. Miss Nicole, did you have a specific question, or did you need a message? Boogie, shoot. Am I though, Lux? Am I? My glutes might be after yesterday. How come no one told me Pilates was so fantastic? Like in an ouch, hurt, ouch, good type of way, fantastic? I always thought it was just stretching, but no. No. Whatever my guides want to say, they know what's in my heart right now. That's a good one. That is a good one. Boogie, sit tight. Give me a few. I need to circle back to that. Like, I have the simple answer. But I want to share it with everybody. Especially folks who may have, they're kind of backsliding to the non-believer side of things, right? They're getting kind of frustrated with manifestations. All right, Miss Nicole, aka. What does Miss Nicole need to hear at this time? You have the clear quartz, the lapis lazuli, or the cowrie shell. Which pile is your pile? The lapis lazuli. You have the Nine of Wands. Yeah. So as soon as I pulled the Nine of Wands, it gave the energy, it's giving the energy of things looking up and things looking up very, very quickly. You know, yesterday or maybe Wednesday, Spirit said Sagittarius season is going to be a time where a lot of the collective are going to receive those miracles, those blessings, those changes. They're going to start to see the beginnings of the good news rolling in if they haven't seen it yet. This is confirmation that it's coming in, and it's coming in quickly. When it comes to your home life, especially, and things that bring you comfort, things you have envisioned for yourself to kind of, okay, once this happened, then I'm going to let this happen. And once that happened, I'm going to let this happen. And then you want to eventually be in a space where you're financially comfortable and still have all the time in the world to spend with your family. You've been given clues on how to do this and how to do that and how to balance your desire to be financially stable and spend all the time with your family, and they're going to guide you through that. There's some type of other hiccups going on in the home that are clearing up. It's also giving the energy. They're showing me, you know how during the summertime, how we get those rogue thunderstorms and it gets really dark out of nowhere. It could be like 3 o'clock and it gets really, really dark. And then there's a downpour, right? I think this is for me, this is the best part of being in New York during the summer. I don't know if other southern states or other states experience it, but you get this sudden downpour and the rain is not cold, but it's not hot and it's just perfect, but it's an inconvenience if you have to go somewhere. And the downpour lasts like 3 minutes, 5 minutes, which is just this gush of water coming down, and then it slowly trickles off, and then you see the clouds break away and the sun come out and you hear the birds chirping. That's the energy that's the period of life you're in right now, right? The rain is slowly starting to kind of like slow down, and the clouds are parting, and the sun is returning. The sun is returning back to you. Everything that needs healing, especially emotionally healing, because you did the work. This is the benefits. Like, you broke the clouds apart. You did the work. You kept the faith. You said the prayers. Now prepare to receive the blessings and how that shows up. Follow their intuition and follow your intuition, what you're being guided to. It might sound practical. It might be totally impractical. But you're at the part of the journey where you should be able to see things clearly as to what you should do and shouldn't do. Just know all of it, because they haven't steered you wrong yet, they're saying, and they don't plan to. They want to get you to this point where you have all the time in the world and financially sound. And it's going to happen a lot sooner than you think. Just pay attention to the signs. That's all. Which they said, that's all, but it sounds a lot easier than it actually is. But the Empress doesn't work at all, right? She sets up systems. Not only is she taken care of, she sets up systems that bring her passive income. There's ways that whatever you went to school for, whatever was on your heart at 18, right? Whatever was on your heart, there's ways to do that in the non-traditional way, in the non-traditional sense, in a way that can bring you here if you don't do it like everybody else is. That is your message. Summer was very heavy. I'm not owing because it was heavy, but you got the visual that they were showing me. But it's gotten so much better after the rainbow. You just passed your NCLEX. Congratulations, because I hear that's tough. Especially the horror stories people post about the test just shutting off when you get a certain amount wrong because there's no way you're going to pass. So that is a big feat. Congratulations. They'll show you what to do with that. Because you don't want to do bedside. And I don't blame you, right? It takes a special person to be able to do bedside. It takes a special person to do that and balance the needs, the demands of administration. It's not an easy job at all. And you did it. You got past it. You did everything you needed to do. It's a pleasure. They keep showing me blue for you. I don't know why. It came up yesterday and it came up today. But all types of shades of blue. But we'll dig into that one day. Soon. Very soon. Boogie! Where you at? So you were looking into... Oh, well, that explains it. Do you know why you've been drawn to that color lately? If you don't, that's fine. That seems to, it's going to unravel when it's supposed to. Where's Boogie? He's saying that you were looking into a particular car model and that was your Uber the following day. Where you at? Heaven on heels. Ew. Hello, hello. Is Boogie Woogie Woogie still with us? So I'll just go ahead and say it. When you reach that level, I want to say almost super scion level of being able to manifest, things like that will always happen. Right? Especially if you say things like, oh, I could see myself in this car, then you'll see yourself in that car. Or I could see myself doing this, and then you'll see yourself doing whatever that is. But when things like that happen, it's not coincidence. That's a testament to your manifesting abilities, which also reminds the manifester to be careful, because those thoughts, especially those, the good, the bad, the otherwise, they all can manifest just as quick. Now, before we wrap up, does anybody have any general questions about anything that came out on the live, any feelings they were having, any questions about spooky season, any questions about Antonio? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Thank you, Kitty Marie. How are you? Moonlight, you got questions? General questions? Oh no, the booking is, that's it. List is closed. We'll be back live, hopefully on Monday, if not, definitely Tuesday. Hi, Jalen. See, I did that too, embrace. Now, at first I was like, okay. And then now I'm like, I don't want this no more. And I got to be careful with saying that, right? Happy Friday, indeed. I'm from an algorithm point of view, there's a high possibility that it will, right? Because the TikTok algorithm could be your bestie, it could be a beast. But one of my mentors advised to go live as much as possible, even more than you post. And I'm like, I don't have time for that. But there is a correlation. What is it exactly? I don't know. But it's good. Always good to experiment with your content and see in the different times you post. And kind of like come up with a system. Like if you're posting at 2:00 and then you go live at 3:00, or you're posting and then going live immediately, or if you're going live and then posting, like play with it and see what works for you. Oh, Well, then that answers that. There's a 3-part collective that resonates a lot. I'm just grateful that it found you. But I've been going live a long time. Well, not long time, right? I'm not like, I can't even remember. Pinky. Karina, you do get one for subscribing, but I could only do but so many on each live. And it varies between 2 at maximum 5. This is why we write down who goes and gets a reading, so we make sure everybody gets one at least for the month. I love when the spicy ones come up because I'll sit down and it starts to come out and I'm like, is this going to be TikTok safe? Well, we're going to find out today. And so far we've been good, but the spicy ones, ooh. Tuesday for the call. Maybe I will have a better temperature on that come like the middle of next week. Because the twin flame ceremony I'm doing for the collective, it already is starting to feel intense. There's a lot of people starting to lean in. So we'll see. We'll see how we pace this week. But the plan is to go live Monday, but Mondays are tricky. So if I'm not live Monday, we'll go live on Tuesday. And then the following Tuesday, we still have to squeeze in Divine Love Talk After Dark, where we chat about the intersectionality between sexuality and spirituality, and we can have the conversations, the burning questions without fear of being censored or the live cut out, because we won't even be here. We'll be on something else. Oh. You're meeting with the Gemini on Wednesday. You made your wow, look at you. Look at you doing big things. Doing big things for real. Well, let's see how that goes. It should go well. And what's your other question, Moonlight Shadow? Vanessa, you as well. Please and thank you. See y'all Monday or Tuesday. And please, Vanessa, Chisania, make sure y'all doing what y'all need to do to stay protected. And don't forget your charity work. Lux, that goes for you too. You're welcome. We're just waiting on Moonlight's question. Oh, and Honeybee, you too. You too. You're welcome, Jasenia. An endeavor worth pursuing without saying too much. It feels like everything, especially since the eclipse in April. Since the eclipse in April, everything that comes to mind or everything that's kind of presented to you is on a level worth pursuing. it feels like you're on a journey of growth and expansion. I see you like being led through a forest, almost like. But everything in said forest is meant for you to pursue. Even if you get not too far into it and you're like, this is not for me, that's fine. There's a lesson learned that you attained in that first moment of it. Hi, Lighty. You have a voice for like soul music on the radio. That would be fun. That would actually be fun because I love, love, love music. And what was the first part of your question? Since they're highlighting any endeavor is worth pursuing. A space, especially with the energetic space you take up right now. Between that's a good topic and an endeavor worth pursuing is not here. Oh, wait, let me look further up. Did you hear what I said about the car situation, Boogie? Nope, not seeing it. Oh, man, so I'll say it again in short. The answer remains the same. Yeah. Yeah, Moonlight. It really is. Boogie, it's a testament, in short, to your manifesting abilities. Like you literally at some point either said or felt, I could see myself in this car. And your guys were like, okay. Right? And if it's something that you really have your heart set on that you really want, you can manifest that as well. They wanted me to also remind you that as easily as you manifested this and other things, because your bippity boppity boo game is real strong. You, my Capri Sun, my beautiful Capri Sun, for the newbies, I call Capricorn Suns Capri Suns because it's just, y'all get it. Be careful of your thoughts, good, bad, or otherwise, because the not so great ones could manifest with the same level of quickness as this one. Oh, Jasenia, tell me all about the spooky. I love the spooky. Hi, Marcy. When you get here, huh? Anytime, Boogie. Anytime. Hi, Sunshine. How are you? It feels like, Moonlight, you got a lot that's going to be thrown at you to learn, to grow, to be happy. And they're all working together to bring you to where you want to be. Aww. Embrace. He says, hey, Sunshine, and my cat came running. Nice. Marcy, it's okay. It's okay. You had enough time to stop by. Jasenia, now with this man. Duh, right? That is spooky. And it just reminded me something that I mentioned before during the live, when the veil is this thin, our propensity to see those shadow people becomes a lot more intense. Reason number 45611 to stay on top of your cleansings and what you do in your walk of spirituality, because they're around, and if you can see them, they see you, and by see you, they know what gifts you carry. They know your fears. They know your strengths. They know your weaknesses. And all they want to do is play. Play, 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 play. And some of their play is not so playful to us. So make sure you're being careful. And you did the right thing by locking the door. I would have thrown in a special incantation or prayer too, but you're here. So you're fine. Now, if that same image pops up again, let us know. Hi, Alejandro. How are you? Would it be any different? Is it supposed to be any different, Moonlight? By your namesake alone, that's a testimony to your gifts. The trick now is to, or the goal now is to get you even deeper, to open up your ability to see even more. Thank you. It's the name of a book I like. That's no coincidence at all. You're fun, by the way. Keep that lighthearted energy. Keep pursuing knowledge. Keep going. Do you recall his outfit, Jasenia? And Embrace, are you sure? Because we could, talk about it a little bit. We got a few more moments. Keep that in mind. Yesterday was Thursday. Make sure you stay in the energy of protection, physically, and spiritually. Hey, Jessica. Thank you for the gifts, Moonlight. Oh, wow. She got it down to the vintage wash. He did get a good look at him. I'm trying to see where he went, and I can't. But they are showing me the need for you to make sure you stay covered and protected. Anoint the back of your neck, the back of your knees. And that goes for the other folks who are either priestess status, or are approaching priestess status. You know who you are. Your connection to source is different. Have a good day as well. I just noticed every time I get a reading from you, the next day it's a domino effect of yuck. I think that's the best way to describe it. There's no way to sugarcoat it. It's just I blame the roommate. It's always, Jessica, during this week. And by this week, I mean like from now through November 2nd, November 3rd. So like the next 10, 11, 12 days. Spiritually inclined individuals who have that higher ranking, especially when you walk a certain faith, right? Like you walk with the Orishas, you walk with the Loa. When the veil is thin like this, the attacks get heightened. So it's good to step outside if you're going to step outside, with your protection on and making sure your head is covered. And Jasenia, it feels right. Now embrace. Let's take a deeper dive on this. Why do you think that is? Put it in your own words. Because Jasenia, this is the time of year when they're able to visit us. We don't have to call them. We don't have to, do the things. But this is the time where they can visit us easy. Like they get that, they get the day pass. They get the day pass. They get that, they get the day pass. They get the day pass. Aww. This is the fun part, right? Where we just go and on a side note, embrace. You weren't able to get the priest to come to the house, were you? Really think about that one, because if our chats causes a time of yuck, that will turn your world upside down. All because of the gremlin, for lack of a different word, called roommate. As you draw closer to the light, everything will be thrown at you to get you away from the light. God forbid you and I never speak again. As long as you're with this roommate situation, and probably for some time after, give or take, right? Anything you do on your own, regardless of anybody else, once you still have this energy in your field, you're going to keep getting those same results. Because putting you in a position, right, where you get threatened by your boss is a pretty almost surefire way to get somebody to back up off the light, right? Because who wants to lose their job before the holidays? Who wants to lose their job any time of year? Nobody, right? At the beginning of the general reading, that was like highlighted, underscored. that this week is going to be this upcoming week. I keep saying this week like it's not Friday. This next 10, 11, 12 days is going to be the most challenging. Just remember, not every loss is a loss. But because you have this person who's almost feral in their approach to undermine your success, undermine your happily ever after. It's like you mop the kitchen floor and then the kids, all 10 of them, come running through with muddy shoes. And the first time you're like, kids, and then you just mop it again. Second time, don't y'all do it again. But by the third time, in these moments of yuck, chin up, shoulders back. Say a little Thanksgiving and give it to your guides. The feral gremlin is about to be chin-checked in the most dramatic way. And a part of you may even feel the punishment may not fit the crime because it's way more extreme than what they've done. Just make sure you're looking at it through objective eyes and knows that what you and I are seeing right now is just the tippy tip of the iceberg. Your guide's seen what was done in dark. They know just how deep his loathing goes for you. And for whatever reason, it's just like, it really feels like you just happen to be the one that hit that combination that unlocked that part of them. Keep going. Hi, Hatch Queen. Yeah, well, from like now, right? Because you feel the shift, right? But we know the party is on the 31st and the 1st. So those couple of days before and those couple of days after. But the 31st and the 1st and the 2nd is really when the show begins. It's always interesting to do Divine Love Talk and be in the space during that time of year because it's a lot that comes out. There's a lot to be seen. That last part. That last part. Heavy embrace. Heavy. And that's just what you're sent on this earth to do. And if they don't want to do the work, then that's on them. Hi, Becky. With the good hair. I couldn't help myself, sorry. Hi, love. All right. It's a lot. Of course, I wouldn't want to be everybody's key, but you're going to be that key, so to speak, whether or not you, it's just going to happen. Like you absolutely did nothing to warrant this behavior from him. But yet here we are. And there's been other instances where you've done nothing and people have had a bone to pick with you. For whatever reason. And I agree with Jasenia. It's a blessing in disguise. Now, my loves, since we had to go toe-to-toe with the gremlin, before we wrap up the live, does anybody have any other general questions Or if you think of something later on, indeed it is, embrace. If you guys have any questions after that, like, oh, you said this and, I thought of, don't hesitate to reach out. Carol, if you would like a personal reading, that information is in the bio. My eldest birthday is due on the 31st, and she will be, 29. We still aren't speaking. Morty, we will chat. We will chat. I will, this weekend, make time for us to have a long overdue chat. Because there's something very simple that you can do to rectify that. If you wish. Margie, my love, whenever you're ready. Stay safe, but live your life, right? It's Friday. For some of us, it's almost Saturday. I love that we're all in different time zones. That makes this even more fun. But enjoy yourself this weekend and do something for yourself, just for you. Celebrate you in some type of way this weekend. If you could do it for the whole weekend, bonus points. Stay blessed.